It's 13th place cubic time, and I assure you, Jet's list is everything that a cubic player will truly look forward to in life. Make sure you guys smash the ever-living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more excellent content, baby. So, we have it. This is the fabled cubic list that placed 13th place during the Extravaganza this past weekend, and I've heard so many cheers from people going, yes, cubics, yes. There's a whole lot of excitement for this. This is actually pretty impressive. All right, so we're gonna dig into this. I have his match breakdown for you guys as well, and all right, so we have one copy of Blade Gadari, the Cubic Beast. Cannot be normal summon or set, basic stuff here. Must be first summoned by sending 2 cubic monsters you control to the graveyard. If summoned this way, it gets 2,000 attack. This card can make a second attack during each battle phase, so that's 4k technically. This card destroys opponent's monster by valuing target up to 3 Vijam the Cubic Seed in your graveyard. So this card the graveyard, and if you do special summon them, you get to add a Buster Goodle, the Cubic Behemoth, from your deck to your hand. So, free breakdown. Alright, then we have Buster here. So, cannot be almost summoner set. You have to send 3 cubic monsters you control to the graveyard. So, your 3 seeds you'll be able to extend out and make this guy. Alright. If summoned this way, this thing becomes 3k. Alright, this card can make a second attack and a third attack during each battle phase. This card in your possession is sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect by battle or... card effect. You target up to 3 cubic monsters in your graveyard. Special summon them, you can add a cubic card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Now, so those are your big guys. Then we have this thing. This is the scariest monster this deck has going for it here. And this is like your generalized win cons. Crimson Nova, the Dark Cubic Lord. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned from your hand by revealing 3 other cubic cards in your hand with different names. It cannot be special summoned by other ways. Unaffected by other monsters' activated effects whose original attack is 3,000 or less. When this attacking card destroys a monster by battle, you can activate this effect. It can make a second attack during this battle phase, and during the end phase, each player takes 3,000 life points for this. You put 2 of these stupid things on the field, and you're just going to laugh at your opponent and go, no, 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 no fun for you. Now, we do play the 2 copies of the Denko Sekka here. This card is actually pretty important, all things considered, for this deck. With Eldritch running around, you just drop this on the field, and you can basically start playing your deck however you see fit. All right, which is just going to be, we're going to start summoning seeds and starting our combo. Now, we have triple copies of Duza, the Meteor Cubic Vessel. This card is no more special. You can send a cubic card from your deck to the graveyard. So, whichever, sort of starter that you want to go down, you have access to all of them. Alright? And once per turn, during either player's turn, if a monster was sent to the graveyard this turn while this card was face up on the field, you can make this card gain 200 attack for each monster with different names in your graveyard till the end of this turn. So, he gets sort of buffy, but his whole main purpose in life is to be a starter. Now, we play 1 Gira, Gulai, the Cubic King. Cannot be normal summon or set. Must be first special summoned from your hand by sending 1 cubic monster you control to the graveyard. If summoned this way, it gets 800 attack points. If this card is special summoned from the hand, inflict 800 damage to your opponent. At the start of the damage step of this card battle, you can target up to 2 Vijam the Cubic Seeds in your graveyard. Send this to the graveyard, summon the seeds, and then you can add 1 Vulcan, the Dragny Cubic King, from your deck to your hand, which is actually... I don't think we actually play that one, all things considered. Alright, then we have Indora here. Indora is another big one. So cannot be normal summoner set. You have to send 3 cubic monsters you control to the graveyard. Cannot be summoned by other ways. If summoned this way, it gets 2,400 attack points, which isn't too impressive. If this card is special summoned from the hand, ping your opponent for 800. If this card is owner's possession, send to the graveyard. Thanks, opponent, for outing it. When you target 3 cubic monsters in the graveyard, special summon them, and then you can add 1 cubic monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Man, all these guys just break up and then continuously just recur back the seed. Then we have triple copies of Gamma, which is actually pretty important to this deck for his notes. And then we have triple copies of Vijam, cubic seeds. This stupid thing cannot be destroyed by battle. At the end of the damage step, if this card battled an opponent's monster, you can place this card face up in your spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell card. And if you do, place 1 cubic counter on that opponent's monster. Monsters with a cubic counter cannot attack, also negate their effects. If this card is treated as a continuous spell card by this effect, during your main phase, you can special summon this card from your spell and trap card zone. Free recursion on a level 1 Dark Fiend. I don't see how this could go wrong. Also, that stupid clause cannot be destroyed by battle is actually troublesome. Like, in a smaller vacuum, it shouldn't be. Actually, in a larger vacuum, it shouldn't be. But it's when you kind of start, like, condensing down this deck and you're like, hey, you don't have card effects down that. Like, nobody plays Regeki anymore. Like, it's interesting. We have the 1 Gamma to go with the driver. And then we have 1 copy of Dharma. So you take no battle damage from attacks involving your cubic monster. Sure. You can only use each of the following effects of Dharma once per turn. So you can send 1 cubic card from your hand to the graveyard to draw a card. Or you can banish this card from your graveyard to target 1 cubic monster in your graveyard and add it back to my hand. But I will take the discard 1, draw 1 every time. We have triple copies of Karma. So when this card is activated and target 1 cubic monster you control, except for Vijam. Say a number of Vijam the cubic seeds from your hand and or deck to the graveyard. That monster gains 800 attack for each, even if this card leaves the field. During your opponent's turn, a Vijam the cubic seed is special summoned by the effect of a cubic monster. Send this card to the graveyard, and if you do, have your opponent's life points. Okay. All day long. You can banish this card from your graveyard to add 1 cubic monster from your deck to your hand. So this is also our Rhoda, by the way. We have triple copies of Cubic Wave, so we can target a cubic monster you control 1 face of the monster your opponent controls. The attack of the monster you control becomes double its current attack, so Mr. Big Guy up here can go to 6 frickin' K. Alright. And if it does, the attack of that opponent's monster becomes half its current attack. You banish this card and any number of cubic monsters from graveyard. Target face of monster your opponent controls equal to the number banished. You can place cubic counters on them, which will just give you the generic negates. But that's pretty much what you're going for. We have triple copies of Foolish Burial, so we can drop our Searcher or, our other good stuff. We have triple copies of Extravagance, because we need the draw power. Triple copies of Twin Twister. This was his win con against Dolls and Zulich, actually. We also had the 1 copy of Ascension. So when your opponent's monster declares an attack, special summon 1 Vijam the cubic seed from your deck. And if you do, change the attack target to it and perform damage calculation. If your opponent's life points are at least 2,000 higher than yours, you can banish this card from graveyard, special summon 1 Vijam the cubic seed from your hand, deck, or graveyard. If your opponent controlled a monster when this effect was activating, special summon 2 Vijams instead. That's actually pretty good. We have 1 Red Reboot. Oh boy, OTKs. And then we have triple unification. So we don't play the fusions for this, but we do have the secondary effect of this. Banish this card from your graveyard. Special summon 1 level 4 lower cubic monster from your hand or deck, ignoring its summoning conditions, and it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects this turn. So I can bring out the big guys? Any of these combo pieces I want? Sure. Absolutely. Extra deck here, we have the 1 Unchained Abomination, 1 Zero Boros, 1 Anima, 1 Lambda, and we play the 1 Power Code Talker. So this is just 3 monsters to make this. Once per turn, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field, negate that target's effects until the end of the turn. Once per turn, this card battles the monster during damage calculation. Quick effect, you can contribute 1 monster this card points to. This card's attack becomes double its original attack during the damage calculation only. Definitely an interesting choice for this deck. We have 1 Pentastag, 1 copy Link Karibo, 1 Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, 1 Cerberus, 1 Borreload, 1 Dugaris, 1 Dreadnought, 1 Exciton, and 1 copy of Zeus. Side deck here, you have triple copies of Lancia, 1 Denko Sekka, triple copies of Phantasme, triple copies of Nibiru, 1 Nintis, 1 Pegasus Adding Nestor, 1 Feather Duster, and 2 copies of Hatronade. Alright, so matchups here. I played against 2 Dragon Link, 3 Zoo Eldritch, 2 Shadal Invoked Dogmatica. My only loss was to Phantom Knights, and he drew against Dragon Link. So his record was, 6-1-1? Shadal, I mostly just Gamma them and won. Dragon Link, I just Phantasme draw for. Zulich, I just Red Reboot, Hatronade, or Twin Twister them. So it's pretty free, all things considered. So it's definitely some pretty straightforward reasoning here. I definitely like this. I do want to say thank you, Jet, for sharing this with me and having the chance for the world to see cubics get the chance to do something. So what do you guys think about this cubic list? Make sure you guys smash the ever-living crap out subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more excellent content. Make sure you guys leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about this list, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on in the day for some more cool, awesome content. Peace out, guys. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.